Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the weekly forecast for the Twin Flame Collective for the week ahead. Welcome into a brand new week of cosmic energies. I know we're still feeling that surge from the Aries full moon, and so I think things are going to get a little sticky, a little tricky this week. We have Venus and the Sun opposing Chiron, our wounded healer energy, and Mars is slowing right down, preparing for a 5-month-long retrograde. And so all of these collective energies are kind of being stirred for a massive purging. So I feel the masculine twin is definitely in the thick of it this week. They're likely channeling some very negative behaviors, some very negative attitudes as they work on all of this collective masculine baggage. And so it is this energy of under pressure. I don't know who sings that song, but that's what I kept hearing is under pressure, when it comes to these less than loving behaviors. And so I think everything is still a little bit confusing at this time with Neptune in opposition. And so all of this intense energies are being stirred into the forefront. And so I feel there's going to be a lot of energies we're going to have to be working through this week if you haven't already felt this intense stirring from within. And so over the next couple of days, the beginning of the week, Venus is moving closer and closer to the Sun energy, and it's triggering all of these deep-seated Chiron aspects in our charts. And so a lot of issues surrounding self-worth are being triggered when it comes to these past life woundings around love and feeling worthy of love, so we can release them and heal them. And so it is this very intense pull between the dark versus the light. And now that we have Mercury in direct motion in opposition to Neptune and Jupiter, this is going to increase this tension between fantasy and illusion. And so I feel a lot of the challenges are going to be surrounding the masculine collective. And I feel the challenge for the feminine is feeling not supported by your divine counterpart. And so it's this energy of, I think a lot of the feminines have completely detached. We're not feeling our counterpart on the 5D spiritual planes because they've not been living up to the physical 3D union. And so it is this push-pull dynamic kind of coming up in order to uncover all of the masculine's unconscious wounding that has prevented him from stepping into the light. And so I feel a lot of the masculine counterparts are going to be lashing out. They're going to be really projecting their shadow self. And so the feminine is needing to focus on her work, her teaching mission, and raising into these higher vibrations. And so it does kind of feel like we're worlds apart at the moment, and Mercury is really getting us to look at the details, right? What's not working for this mission? And so all of these planets are working together, and it's going to be feeling like things are out of our hands, things are out of control. And so if we keep playing into this negativity and this lack mentality, then we're going to attract more of that. And so I feel the feminine's perspective is needing to rise above these negative beliefs. We're being asked to reach that inner state of wholeness if we really want the outer reality to shift. And so I feel a lot of cutting words on the masculine's part, and the feminine is just being asked to focus on the higher connection, even if you're feeling very disconnected, because it just feels like this power change in dynamics. And so I just want to say nothing is ever truly out of our hands, but if we play into this negative manifestation process, that's what we're going to keep calling into our lives. And so the masculine has really rejected healing this wound, and they've not declared their destiny. And so I know a lot of the feminines have been manifesting these divine unions. And so I feel a lot of the feminines are focused on their blessings, right? For myself, it's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian subscribers. And so giving thanks for what it is we have in our lives, being grateful for what it is we already have when it comes to love and being loved, and praying for a miracle. And so if things aren't working out according to your expectations this week, Divine Feminine, go into the deeper realms of self to reach a place of a resolution and resolve. And so we are the light guiding the Divine Masculine Collective out of the shadows, and we are the ones that hold the love and the magic when it comes to unity consciousness. And so I feel if you're focusing on what you're missing out on, you're going to keep missing out on things. So watch your thoughts this week. Don't play into complaining, nitpicking, and nagging. Yes, although it's kind of out of our hands, it really isn't, because we always reap what we sow. And so positive manifestations, and with this upcoming Mars retrograde, we're going to be feeling these energies very intensely over the coming weeks leading up to October 30th. And so Mars is going to be retrograde until March 2023. And so we're already in this shadow energy, this shadow terrain when it comes to this intensity building. And so the next 6 months are going to be a huge purging and recalibration when it comes to the masculine collective and the divine masculine being triggered in order to harness their true solar plexus power, right? And they've been in these outdated beliefs and in these power struggles, and so all of this is getting stirred up. And so if you've been experiencing very uncomfortable physical ascension symptoms, it is likely a reflection of some kind of awakening process with your counterpart. If you haven't already been noticing that, I mentioned it in the daily message today. I was very tired, very lethargic yesterday, and it was just like, boom, I hit a wall mid to late afternoon, and it was just a meditative state until bedtime. And so felt like I was walking through molasses. It didn't matter how much I tried to shift the energy. I just couldn't really accomplish anything. And so I feel this Mars retrograde is bringing up all kinds of deep-seated childhood issues in the masculine twin. And so they definitely seem like they're completely out of reach. I know many of the feminines have come into a new soul connection, I think, to create a lot of disruption for the masculine. And I think all of these issues are worsening for the divine masculine at this time. And this is this huge push from the cosmos to release this outdated toxic masculine template so we can step into these higher states in unity. And so this Mars retrograde that's coming up is really going to be activating this realignment so the masculine twin can step into their highest version of self and into this divine union connection. And so the feminine strength, I feel this week, is her light. And the light is what illuminates the shadows for the masculine to heal and release for good. And so divine feminine, don't play into drama, conflict, or power struggles, because I feel right now the divine masculine is entrenched in a lot of dramatic situations, a lot of conflicting circumstances, and they're facing all kinds of struggles. And so the feminine is being asked to hold that state of unconditional love because when the feminine fully activates her light, this activates the light within the masculine, and that gives him the power to heal these deep-seated wounds. And so with the sun teaming up with Venus this week, forming a trine to Saturn, is all about commitments and restructuring commitments, and it's also opposing Chiron, which is happening today. These energies can go one of two ways, right? So I feel a lot of the masculines are in this spiritual pitfall, in this huge spiral of negativity. They're feeling unloved, like nothing ever works out for them. In order for them to recognize what it is that they've created in their life surrounding these past wounds that they have carried for many lifetimes, and maybe from their early childhood life experiences when it comes to feeling rejected or unloved from a mother. And so Saturn's coming in saying it's time to take action. It's time to transmute this pain and turn it into something creative and beautiful, which is what the feminine has done, right? The feminine has stepped into commitment of her healing journey, her transformation journey, her higher mission. And a lot of the feminine's desires are falling into her lap this week, I feel. And no matter how much the masculine wants to reach out to the feminine, I feel all of this negative deflection because of these old fears of abandonment and these feelings of not feeling worthy of the feminine's unconditional love. And so I feel what's really going to help the feminine through these energies this week is journaling. I feel the masculine's coming into clarity on what's really been happening below the surface, where this original wound came from. And the feminine is just being asked to journal any energies that you're channeling as part of your releasing. So right now, if the masculine's not willing to release the wound and release the past, this new beginning will be out of reach. And so Venus and the Sun trining Saturn, it's all about tradition, commitment, and love. And so I feel this is a beautiful time to heal that deep-seated wound with Chiron's involvement. And so if things aren't working out in your love life, it is due to all of these unhealed issues. And so a lot of the feminines, I feel, are moving forward towards a soulmate connection, and we've put this twin flame connection on the back burner, which is forcing the masculine to look deeper within and to address these underlying issues. 11:11 on the timer. So I know the signs and the syncs have been very loud recently. And so right now it's this, the masculine's at war with himself. It's like him versus him right now. And so you might be feeling this push-pull dynamic internally as the masculine brings his shadow self into the light. And so it's almost like the masculine is vying for your attention, but still pushing you away at the same time. And so this push-pull dynamic comes from our fears, our unintegrated shadow aspects. And so as the feminine embraces love and harmony within her own self, the masculine is going to have to be forced to make a conscious effort on the healing journey. And so all shadow aspects are just unhealed wounds, right? And so when somebody acts out or lashes out, is angry, is mean or unloving, that's their shadow self. And so, and that's just a reflection of the part of them that feels rejected or unloved all the way back to a mother wound in childhood. And so with Venus trining Saturn, I feel get ready for a reality check, a hefty dose of a reality check when it comes to these unhealthy karmic relationships. Saturn rules karma. So a week of karmic responsibility when it comes to the journey of self-acceptance. And so the masculine twin can no longer avoid dealing with himself. He's going to have to find self-love and self-forgiveness for everything that he has put the divine feminine through if he wants to have that loving counterpart reunion. And so, you know, we have the ability to create our own heaven on earth, but we do have to find that inner state of balance, and we have to look at what it is we've not been willing to look at. And then we have to take action to move in a more positive direction, not only internally, but in our physical reality. And so we can't keep avoiding dealing with our inner demons. We have the tools to shift into a state of alignment, but we can't if we're not willing to release these blocks, if we're not willing to embrace self-love and to focus on our inner light and to take that guided action. And so I feel like the masculine's been shown step by step by step what to do to get back on track. And Saturn's saying, Saturn's coming in saying, if you don't do anything about it, how can anything actually change in your physical reality? The masculine's been very passive, and they've not been willing to make their dreams come true. They've not been an active participant in this spiritual connection. And so until they take those first steps to support the divine feminine, they're going to be met with all kinds of delays and challenges. I feel like time is ticking away. I feel a lot of the masculines are feeling this panic that they've missed their opportunity to apologize and reunite with the divine feminine. And so all of these energies this week are bringing forward a big, big warning. Warning. You have the choice. It's time to make a decision. And so the energies are encouraging the masculine to approach the feminine. But are you open to the masculine returning? Are you aligned to be able to face the masculine without these old wounds being triggered to the surface. And so what is it that you really want out of this connection? I think we need to ask ourselves that. Do you actually feel like you're living your soul's purpose? Are you living in a state of harmony and bliss? So if you're not feeling those feelings of unconditional love and you're lacking the support, there's an energetic or emotional block that needs a realignment or a clearing. And so let's jump in with some cards, guys, and see what else needs to come through for the twins for the week ahead. I know the kids have been up and down and all around, and it's like a little shit show here today with the crafting and the messing. But so you're likely going to hear the kids in the background. I apologize ahead of time. It is a holiday here, so they are home with me. So I pulled a couple of different decks today. I'm going to use the Love Oracle cards. I also grabbed Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light Activation, and I grabbed the Archangel Power Tarot cards, and I will use the Angel Tarot cards. I believe that's what it's called. And we're going to get a deeper feel as to what energies are coming through for the week ahead and other decks as I'm guided. So we're going to start off by pulling into the masculine's energy. We're going to cut the deck. We're going to get some messages from the Love Oracles. Oh, look at that. Lightning. I was lightning before the thunder. So thunder has struck, I feel. I feel there's been a recent sudden change or a tower, some shocking news. There's been some upheaval recently in the masculine's world to bring forward an epiphany as part of this transformation journey. And, you know, they've been in this very unconventional one-night stand string along with the Karmic. And I feel it is decision time, because I also feel the feminine is going to have many options over the coming weeks, because I feel the feminine's energy with Venus and Libra is very balanced, which is supporting this transformation at this time. So we're going to get 3 cards for the Divine Masculine. Coffee Cup, the Chaser, Karmic Relationship, and bottom of the deck, the Butterfly. Beautiful. So the masculine might be reaching out, wanting to maybe go and have a cup of coffee with you, have a conversation in order to feel uplifted, maybe offering some friendship of some sort. I feel now the masculine is the Chaser. There is definitely fear of abandonment coming up. Abandonment fears are coming up. And when it comes to that karmic relationship, I feel there's been all kinds of fleeting triggers surfacing, all kinds of turmoil. I feel a lot of resentment. And the masculine is learning to let go and to love himself in order to evolve to the next relationship phase and cycle. So a lot of deep-seated inner child healing for the masculine. I do feel he is wanting to have a face-to-face. He feels you further away than ever before, and so now he's going to be the chaser. He also, I feel, has been chasing the karmic relationship, not understanding that this is unhealthy for him. But I feel a lot of deep inner child healing with the Chiron aspects that have come up over the last several days. So let's dig into the Divine Feminine, the Golden Mirror, and Wedding Rings. So I do feel the feminine's come to terms with the fact that the masculine's been acting like a very self-absorbed, selfish narcissist. We've been in this one-sided relationship for a very long time, and now I feel the golden mirror reflection is back on the masculine in order to see his self-absorbed narcissistic ways. And then we get the union energy. Girls! I told you it'd be a shit show. So union, wedding, marriage, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. And so a lot of the feminines have achieved that inner union, that higher alchemical marriage. I'm telling you, girls, you need to stop fighting right now, please. It's been a power struggle with my girls for the last several days, and so I know the energy is very triggering. I apologize for the shit show in the background. Pardon me. So let's see what needs to come through for the feminine. We get the palm tree. And so you've reached a place of, I feel, financial security, stability. You've really endured the spiritual growth journey is what I'm feeling, Divine Feminine. And because of your flexibility, you're reaching a place of stability. I don't know what that was, but that's not okay, girls. We get the love call, the coffin energy, and the golden mirror again. And so I do feel the masculine wants to come forward and express a loving message towards you. I feel he's thinking about you and letting you go. I also feel a lot of the feminines have met somebody new. And this is bringing a complete ending to the karmic imbalance is what I'm feeling. And this is allowing the feminine to embrace free will and liberation. And so that is once again bringing that golden mirror reflection back onto the masculine. And so I think things have recently come to light. And there's recently been some type of revelation to bring forward clarity and truth that is forcing the masculine to go into this deep-seated wound. So let's grab some Gateway of Light activations. I'm really sorry. So we do get the Higher Heart activation and the Light Code activation. So a major Higher Heart initiation, awakening his inner teacher, and, you know, dropping the shields around the heart in order for this heart healing. So we're going to get one main message for the Divine Masculine and see what the main energies are when it comes to these gateway activations for the masculine. And we get the Angelic Frequency. And so I feel a lot of angelic protections is around the masculine as he embraces this awakening. And for the feminine, you are really stepping into activating your voice and coming into this state of attunement. We both have a lot of divine support around us when it comes to this acceptance and this unconditional loving connection. And so I feel this holy experience is coming forward, and the masculine is attuning to these higher frequencies and the energies. So we're going to read the angelic frequency for the masculine. And I'm not sure what happened upstairs, but it sounded like my daughter had a big meltdown and smashed one of the chairs on the ground. I don't know if you heard that or not. So the angelic frequency is on page 43. So I do feel a lot of angels are surrounding the masculine when it comes to aligning him to his service-based mission, his devotion, to honoring his authenticity and this love. And so the gateway of his heart is aligning him to these higher frequencies. And so the angels are a source of protection right now surrounding the divine masculine. And so all of these higher light codes and angelic frequencies have been pouring down to illuminate these negative vices. And so a lot has recently been unlocked when it comes to these past life soul memories, the gateway of the past life memories. And so it's like this universal dance, this energy of law of attraction, like attracts like. And so they are being asked to restore this connection. And so he's being asked to be open to the signs and synchronicities that have confirmed what this connection means to him. And it is only through his actions and his choices to embrace this upgraded spiritual connection that his frequency will rise. And so he is remembering this infinite connection, his infinite power and his potential, and he's needing to trust when it comes to taking action. And so for the feminine, Seraphim's gateway, we're going to read into that energy for the feminine. And so we've reached this place of angelic attunement, and we are stepping into cosmic order when it comes to serving our universal mission. And so I feel the feminine is you know, embracing her angelic wings. I have such intense tingles all around my head right now. And so the feminine's understood that this is not a linear journey, and we've really understood this transformation process wholly and fully. And so activating our voice, I feel a lot of the feminines are receiving their blessings. And the angels are just rejoicing as the feminine owns her voice and accepts this support, knowing that we are safe, knowing that we have witnessed the glory of this activation. And so a lot of the feminines care very deeply for the welfare of the planet and humanity. And so we are preparing to make a great difference in the world. And so this is why the angels are bringing forward blessings for the divine feminine. So let's get some tarot. I'm going to do 5 cards for the masculine. We're going to do a mirror image. And we're going to get 5 cards for the feminine. Oh, we get the King of Cups and Justice just flipped out. So definitely all in his feelings, I feel, when it comes to his devotion, oh my gosh, towards the divine feminine, looking right at one another. And I do feel overcoming these abandonment fears. So right now, the masculine's really in this hermit energy, Virgo, shining light on these negative vices in order to figure out how he can step forward and be that mentor and that example for others. So a week of spiritual development, self-discovery, a week of justice. So I feel with Mercury now back in Libra, this is when we're going to have those face-to-face conversations. I feel the masculine's intention is to come from a place of integrity, to come in with a cup of love, fully trustworthy, honorable, and devoted to this mission, to this connection, wanting a solid romantic relationship, and to stand up for what he believes in. And so a lot of epiphanies, a lot of illumination with the sun. So we get water, Libra, and Leo. Overall outcome for the masculine is I do feel financial ruin, zeroing out the karma, releasing the material world, releasing fears of abandonment, fears surrounding money, and that is part of the journey, is losing it all. And so an epiphany, and below the surface is the divine feminine. And so looking right at the feminine, her loving, compassionate nature, where she has self-sacrificed for the masculine, and wanting to come in and care for her, seeing that he has deep love for her and the family that we're meant to build together, is what I'm feeling. And so really going within when it comes to shedding the old to bring in the new, preparing for this amazing new opportunity is what I'm feeling. So we're going to read into the feminine's energy. We get the Queen of Cups and we get the King of Swords. So the feminine has followed her heart every single step of the way, and I feel you have been receiving trustworthy psychic information. You're needing to trust in that information. And you're kind, you're understanding, you're giving, and you're psychic. And I feel the masculine is really getting ready to come forward with principled, rational action. He wants to be respected again, and that's really important to him. And so he's coming in from a place of integrity. He's being called to be honest and to open up the lines of communication. So we're going to get 5 cards into the feminine's energy. Look at that, the Empress. So you are abundant. You are living a very luxurious life. You have birthed this new cycle in love, and you are manifesting your wishes coming true. This is a beautiful time for the feminine. Near future energy. There is definitely attachments that need to be released. There is a situation here that I feel has not served you. So get ready to release any attachment wounds to step into a more uplifting approach. And I also feel that's mirroring the sun. And so the masculine is being acutely aware of his unwise decisions, his lack of integrity. And so I feel a release of any residual pain from the manipulative behaviors. Below the surface, we have the Ace of Wands. So a brand new inspiring opportunity. There's a chance to do something over, I feel. A brand new beginning. And then we get the Two of Michael. And so it's decision time, right? And it's decision time. Bottom of the deck, the Seven of Michael. And so there's going to have to be a conversation about the past lies, cheating, deception, the sneaking away. Archangel Michael is really telling the masculine there's a better course of action. And then we get the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Ariel, to do what it is that he loves. So this is a great time of personal growth, I feel, for the divine feminine's career. and any creative artistic endeavors with the Empress. And so a lot more working together within the community when it comes to these powerful psychic insights for the Divine Feminine. And so this rebalancing is taking place. Your wishes are coming true when it comes to this power struggle, releasing the power struggle, I feel, and stepping into a golden new opportunity. So the challenging outcome is releasing some blocks. So there is a need to find a compromise. If you look at this Two of Michaels, it's like these two unicorns battling it out. And so it's the energy of, if we are to sit down and have that face-to-face, the swords need to be laid down. We can't come in with this tit-for-tat energy. There's going to have to be a release, an unblocking, and this is going to have to be talked about with any residual resentment. So I do feel a week of, you know, dreams becoming reality for the Divine Feminine. If the masculine can come from a position of integrity, I feel we're needing to release any attachment to the outcome of this process and to just uplift our energy, Divine Feminine. So let's get some past life lessons for the masculine and see what past life lessons are coming up for the masculine in the energies for the week ahead. We get two cards, outcast, victim mentality. And so I feel he's recently been ostracized from the karmic contract or that social circle. And a big lesson is releasing this victim mentality, right? To gain the strength and the fortitude to take his power back, because he is here to be a guide, to leave a legacy behind this life through his skills and his abilities. And so preparing, I feel, to travel towards the feminine. Which past life lessons are coming through for the feminine for the week ahead, please? Oh, we get quite a few. Protection, royalty, farmer, and longevity. And so a lot of the feminines have been victims of crime or abuse this lifetime, and so this keeps us in this perpetual state of fear. And so the feminine is learning that we come from a royal blooded lineage, and we are stepping into wearing that crown. I feel a lot of the feminines are becoming the heir to the throne this week because we've worked tirelessly to cultivate these new foundations of self. And so we are here to reach the masses, and I feel all of the work you've put in is going to lead to a very long and fulfilling life, an abundant future. And so I feel this week is a time of fond reflection for the feminine. So we're going to just get a closing message for the masculine with the crystal stone deck, and we will get a closing message for the feminine. And the girls are still at it upstairs. I always know the masculine's in some very hefty energy when my girls are in a power struggle. And so right now, the masculine can see the feminine as this earth goddess. And the masculine is working on their empathy. They've been very empathetic to the journey. And I feel they've been wearing a mask, not wanting to look at this. So something about the new moon eclipse is going to realign the masculine. So I feel over the coming weeks, it's going to be a lot of inner child healing. The full moon really illuminated this deep-seated wounding to be healed, because the masculine's not been nurturing his soul, and he's going to need to get really grounded. A lot of the feminines have been very patient, trusting in their intuition, very empathic. And so a lot of the masculines are recognizing they've not had these people in their lives. And so a lot of deep inner child healing when it comes to this rejection. Divine Feminine, call on your core power. So there's that lethargic energy that I was in yesterday. It was like all I wanted to do was sleep, sleep, sleep. So everything is being restructured, realigning. And so we're kind of being asked to reserve our energy. I feel a lot of the masculines have been courting through the solar plexus as they go through this reboosting of their masculine energy. And so I feel, get ready to feel like you're shrouded in dark matter over the coming weeks, and you're going to want to protect your energy, because we are preparing to claim success. We are like moving into this energy of things are going to start to happen. We're going to be coming into this overflowing sense of creativity. And so we're going to have to follow through with these creative ideas when it comes. I feel like it's all business for the feminine. It's go time for business, whether it's writing or starting up, you know, a YouTube channel or something. It's all about the feminine's workspace because we've really created this concrete foundation. And so I feel a lot of the feminines are coming into money, power, glory as we continue with this heart forward, sustainable energy. And so the masculine, I feel, is diving deep into some dreams. He's been up all night worrying when it comes to finding his bravery. And so it really is time for the masculine to take this to the next level and to bring forward movement. And this might even be subconscious motivation. So focus on raising your vibration. A lot of Orion starseed activations. A lot of these burdens of resentment are going to be faced and released because this is feeling like extra heavy as the masculine is initiated into this blast off and the sequence of events in order to expand his horizons. So that's what I have for the week ahead, guys. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading, check out the description box below, guys. I do look forward to seeing you all next time. I hope you have a great week ahead. Thank you, everybody.